thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Good morning.
How has the Netherlands been treating you?
It's good. I got 4 layers of clothing on. It's pretty cold. It's 30 degrees outside. Trying to get used to the weather.
Because you're from...
I live in California.
So it's usually
it's like
warmer.
It's like a shop. It's okay.
It's okay.
At least we're both warm.
Yeah, that's true. So while I was doing research for this interview, I have to say I was quite impressed by your life story so far. Because when you were 3 years old, they discovered that you had problems with your hearing?
Yeah, about the age of 4, because my parents clapped their hand, I wouldn't respond. I was diagnosed with 85% hearing loss.
All right, okay. And still, despite all these things, you decided to pursue athletics, specifically bodybuilding. Many people would have given up when they had a disability like that, but where did you find the strength and motivation to not only pursue athletics but excel at it?
I think because I found out my father, I was not the perfect son, so I had to carry his pain. So I got to the point I realized that for me to succeed, to be successful, I had to work harder than the average person. Mm-hmm. And then I started to embrace my passion because I used to read comic books to escape the pain because being introverted was a hearing issue. And then I discovered bodybuilding fitness, and I felt that was like an antidote for me to feel better about myself.
All right. So in, I think it was 1977, the documentary Pumping Iron?
75.
75, sorry. How did that change your life?
Well, it brought bodybuilding to the mainstream. Because before Pumping Iron came out, people didn't know what bodybuilding was. Only the hardcore fans, like read the muscle magazine. It changed my life because when it came out, it gave me tremendous exposure to the public. Mm-hmm. And that's how I ended up getting part of the Incredible Hulk, because they saw my physique in the film. They decided to hire me to the Hulk because when that came out, it was formerly the bestseller, the Pumping Iron, the book. If they made the movie, I mean, it was like a huge hit. Till today is one of the most famous docudrama ever made, because back then, you know, it brought a lot of notoriety into what we were competing at bodybuilding. And then especially if in the movie theater, the people didn't know what bodybuilding was, but they see the heavyweights working out, the growing and everything. So that started to change my life. Also, 1973, 74, I was on TV, ABC, where we were sports, when I went to Mr. Universe competition. That was the first time the world was seeing a bodybuilding competition on TV.
Yeah, that's impressive. All right, so as you said, most people know you as the first Incredible Hulk. You stated that when you were a kid, you found refuge in comic books, including the Hulk. How did it feel to be given the opportunity to bring this iconic character to life for the first time?
Well, when I heard they had the screen test, I was training for competition. But then when I heard about the audition, I said, oh my God, I got to win this audition because nobody could play this part better than I could. Mm-hmm. So I went down for the audition. I was hired on the spot, and then 24 hours later, I'm in the makeup filming the pilot, and the rest is history, because it was such a sensation. Because back then, Captain America and Spider-Man failed as a TV series. Mm. So my show was like the pioneer. When it hit the air, it became a bonfire hit.
Yeah. And I feel like the Incredible Hulk series was more than just a superhero show, because they also tackled some more serious issues. I remember there was one episode with a father abusing his child, and then it turned out that the father was abused himself, and eventually in the episode the cycle broke. How important was it for you to portray those kinds of stories?
Well, it was great because every episode had a latent and compelling message about life. Mm-hmm. So every episode you see David Banner, you know, my alter ego, dealing with crime, dealing with homicide, dealing with drama, death. But every episode gave a message. But the fact that I was happy to be part of it, because most of us have a little Hulk inside of us. Mm-hmm. We connect with the Hulk. Yeah. So the Hulk releases our demon and releases our frustration. Which especially, he's the only superhero that has no clothes on. So you see the muscles, like G versus E. But when you see the Hulk, you feel like a release, because sometimes, you know, you get angry, you want to smash a phone booth. Sometimes you want to smash a car, especially with the heavy traffic. The Hulk does this with us. Mm-hmm. That's why it's such a wonderful connection.
All right. Well, was it difficult for you to handle the sudden fame that came with playing the Hulk?
It wasn't difficult. I embraced it, but it was a shock in the beginning, because if I cover my face, everybody could tell by the way I walked, the way I sounded. So I became so famous all over the world. So I had a chance to travel all over the world to visit different countries because every single nationality embraced the Hulk because it's green, the character's green, especially Cairo, Egypt, South America. It was like astronomical.
All right. So your most recent acting venture has been in The Offer, kind of, yeah?
Yeah, and I just finished just about finished filming a major horror film called Hermit.
Okay.
I play in a cannibalistic pig farm.
All right.
I make beef jerky down to people.
Okay, well, what's that like to play in a horror movie?
I've never done it before, so I have a beard and I play this pig farm. It's a character close to Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And it's a very major horror film, and it's going to surprise a lot of people.
Yeah, I can imagine. Because what was it like to play in a horror movie? Because we know you as a Hulk. I personally, when I remember you from The King of Queens, which was one of my favorite shows.
That's a great show.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite kind of genre to
Well,
play?
it's a character.
Yeah.
It's like this pig farmer. Basically, he had a mother that raised him. She was a witch.
Yeah.
So he's very possessed. There's a lot of pain inside of him. That's why when I see Frankenstein, he wants to find something that's close to Frankenstein character.
Yeah.
But this guy is not a very nice guy in the movie, you know what I mean?
I can imagine. All right. Well, to go back to The Offer, which was about making The Godfather.
Yes.
How did the Godfather movies influence you, and what was it like to be part of them?
Well, when it came out in 1970, I was like 20 years old. I remember a bunch of my friends got together and talking about this film, The Godfather.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know anything about it, but they were so intrigued by the acting in the movie, especially the different characters like Brando. So I was very excited to play Lucy Brasi. He plays the hitman because The Godfather is probably one of the greatest movies ever made. I was very happy to be involved with the making of it because it's the 50th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very well received. It was on Paramount Plus. And anybody I talked to that's seen the series, they said one of the best series that they've seen in the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Apart from your work as an actor, you are also very active in fitness and as a motivational speaker. What do you want to teach people who come to you for advice?
Overcoming fear and maximizing your personal power. And plus, I became a police officer, deputy sheriff, 17 years ago.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So that's a real life superhero.
Yeah, that's something completely different.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think that was our time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Very nice meeting you.
It's nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Thank you.